When it comes to your finances or your money, are you a beginner, are you intermediate, or are you advanced? Let's talk about it and see which category you fall into and what you should be focusing on. If you are a beginner, don't feel bad about that, okay? Everybody starts here. That means that you are trying to figure out how to create a budget that works in your life. You're learning about your money and how to make it do what you want it to do. A lot of people in the beginner stage are still living paycheck to paycheck, or they're trying to figure out how to get their spending under control, trying to figure out how to build a savings. If this sounds like you need to focus on budgeting, learning how to budget, the different elements of a budget, how to create a budget that you can stick to, and build the one that works for your lifestyle. You also need to be focusing on learning about things like cash stuffing or digital cash stuffing. These are tools that you can use to cut your impulse spending, your overspending, and help you to really stay in control of yourself. You should also be learning about saving. You should learn about your emergency fund, and you should have already started an emergency fund. You need to open a high yield savings account for this. If you don't know what that is, go check out my page. I have videos about it. If this sounds like you and you can identify with this, focus on learning these things and know that you're in the beginner category. Learn about these things and get really comfortable with them before you move on to the next. Once you've got those down, we move on to the intermediate level, which is learning about your debt payoff and getting your debt paid off. Learning about getting a month ahead on your bills and actually saving that fund up. And I do have videos about this if you want to find out what that means. And also saving for retirement, at least saving a little bit. This includes knowing the different types of retirement accounts, how much you can save, having a retirement plan in place, and it's very, very important that you do so. You might be able to identify with parts of both of these, and that's totally okay. The point is that you shouldn't be focusing on getting a month ahead on all your bills if you do not have a budget for yourself. You shouldn't be throwing all your money at retirement if you're barely making ends meet and you can't figure that out. Also, this is not an all-encompassing list. These are just some main points, right? So get comfortable with this, move on to intermediate. Get comfortable with these and move on to advanced. Once you hit the more advanced level, you can focus on wealth building, which is, part of that is more aggressive savings for retirement, more aggressive investing. You can also worry about things like setting your kids up for future success through investing in their futures as well. Once you get to this point, you're no longer living check to check. You kind of have this figured out and you have money to spend and put in other places and invest in other places. So this is a very introductory kind of explanation of the different levels. Which one do you fall into? Let me know in the comments. And even if you're a beginner, like I said, that's totally okay. We all start there. I started there as well. The point is to know kind of where you're at so that you can know where you're going. On my channel, I have been focusing mainly on beginner and intermediate levels. I am coming out with more guides and more things to help you in the future, especially towards the advanced levels. So let me know kind of what you want to see. If you are in this beginner level, just know that the key is consistency. The key is keeping your promises to yourself, having a plan, and executing against that plan. Once you learn these things and master them, you can move on to the next levels and master those things too. Before you know it, you are going to be way closer to where you want to be. Don't forget that 1 year can literally change your whole life. You can be completely unrecognizable by the end of this year if you stay consistent, keep pushing yourself. I believe in you, I'm proud of you, and I am here to support you. You got this, friend.